Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be showing you the 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. This thing seriously looks amazing and there is 5 trims to choose from. This one is the SEL trim with the SEL touring package, but let me go ahead and show you all the features this one has. Under the hood there is a 2.5 naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. It is connected to a CVT transmission. This engine produces 181 horsepower and 181 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers are 24 in the city, 30 highway, and 26 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. If you guys are interested in the standard features it has, just go ahead and pause the video. I know there is a ton of standard features, and yeah, there's just so many things on this MSRP sticker. Anyways, here are the packages this Outlander has, and it does have the SEL touring package, and it does have the chrome effect, and the price on this one with destination and all the packages is almost $39,000. If you guys are curious about the color is called Mercury Gray, and it does look pretty good on this Outlander, and this 2022 Outlander looks honestly amazing. And it does have the SEL touring package, which adds a good amount of things for $2,700. Coming to the front, you guys are going to see a good amount of Nissan right here in the front, and the only reason is because Nissan owns Mitsubishi now. But seriously, this thing looks amazing, and you do get a ton of features for $39,000. Coming to the front, I love the way how this thing looks. This is a gorgeous SUV. And I love the chrome right here in the front. And by the way guys, for the headlight housing, everything right here in the front is LED, which I love. The daytime running lights are located up there. The high and low beam are sitting in reflectors, and they are LED as I said. And the fog lights are located all the way in the bottom, and they are LED. So I just love the fact that Mitsubishi made everything right here in the front LED. And there's some parking sensors in the front. And yeah, the front end of this Mitsubishi Outlander just looks nice and aggressive. Very bold. Here is a Mitsubishi logo. It is nice and big, and I love the chrome on the grille. Outlander is spelled here in the front. It is nice and big and spaced out. And here is a sensor for the braking assist. And this Outlander SEL has a front-facing camera. And by the way, there's 5 trims to choose from. There is the ES, SE, Black Edition, SEL, and SEL Special Edition. And in the bottom there is an opening to let air in. There is some chrome in the bottom. And yeah, seriously, the front of this thing just looks amazing. And I really like what Mitsubishi is doing. Seriously, this is a beautiful SUV. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this Mitsubishi Outlander. Here is a side view of this SUV, and honestly this thing looks amazing. The bottom portion of the window trims are finished in chrome. The top is finished in flat black, and I really like the gloss black in the back. And even the door pillars are finished in gloss black. And yeah, seriously, this thing looks amazing. There is some chrome in the bottom, and this is part of that option. It's a $500 option where it adds the chrome in the front, back, and side. For the rims, they honestly look very good. The size is 245/55/20, and I think Mitsubishi did a great job with the rim design. For the mirrors, the bottom of them is finished in flat black, and the top is finished in the same color as the SUV. And they do have a blind spot monitoring system, turn signal indicator, and a camera for the 360 camera this Outlander has. And on the roof, there is a panoramic sunroof. This is part of the SEL touring package, and there is some brushed aluminum roof rails. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back view of this Outlander. Here is the back of this Mitsubishi Outlander, and honestly, the back looks okay. The front definitely looks much better. And by the way, this one has the chrome package, where basically it adds a ton of chrome to the front, to the back, and to the side, and I think it is almost a $500 option. And for the tail lights, not everything right here in the back is LED. The running lights and the brake light is LED, but the turn signal indicators and reverse are halogen. And Outlander is finished in chrome all the way to the left, and the SEL badge is all the way to the right. Mitsubishi logo or badge is finished in chrome. Here is the wiper, and here is the third brake light. And this Outlander has a good looking spoiler. Definitely adds a nicer look to the back of it. Reflectors are very big, And by the way, there is some parking sensors here in the back, and this is expected for almost $39,000 SUV. There is some fake exhaust tips in the bottom, and the surrounding is finished in chrome. And all the way in the bottom, this flat black piece looks very good. And yeah, I just really like what Mitsubishi did. By the way, there is this brushed aluminum or silver trim, so a good amount of colors here in the back. And yeah, I think Mitsubishi did a great job with the design. Here is a key of this Mitsubishi Outlander. It looks okay, but it is nice and light, and it does have 4 buttons on it: lock, unlock, tailgate release, and a panic button, but does not have remote start. For $39,000, I really wish they added remote start. And tailgate opens nice and quick. And by the way, there is 2 buttons right here, one to close the tailgate and the other one is to close the tailgate and lock the SUV. And here is a handle. There is a halogen light right there. For the price, I really wish that it was LED. Inside there is a ton of space, and by the way, the third row is currently down. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it up and show you the space with the third row up. And this SUV doesn't feel as big as the Pathfinder. I'm not sure if it's sitting on the same platform as the Pathfinder or the Rogue, but anyways, space is actually decent. And on the left there is a light, there is a handle to drop the second row down, and this tonneau cover is part of an option. And there is a 12 volt right here. Here is another handle to drop the seats, the right seat down, and there is a cup holder and some tie downs around the trunk of this SUV. Storage place on the left and another one on the right. And underneath there is an okay storage place. And let's go ahead and bring the seats up. Let me go ahead and remove actually the tonneau cover, and I'll bring the seats up. Alright, so I just brought the third row up, and honestly there's a good amount of space even with the third row up. And the headrests are actually stored inside here. And yeah, good amount of space in the third row. But I noticed something: there is barely any leg room for the people that are going to be sitting in the third row. But now let me go ahead and drop all the seats down and show you the space. Actually, let me go ahead and do that now to show you how easy it is to drop the seats down. Just pull on this, seats will drop nice and quick. And let's go ahead and pull on this handle. They do drop nice and quick. Let me go ahead and move the driver's seat to the front and drop this left seat down. Alright, so I just dropped all the seats down, and there is a ton of space. Third row drops down nice and flat, but the second row does not, which is fine. But seriously guys, there is a ton of space in the back. And yeah, I'm very impressed with the amount of space in the back of this Outlander. Here is a door handle. Door handle is finished in the same color as the SUV. There is no sensor behind the door handle, so to lock and unlock this SUV, you have to click on this button. And by the way, I have to mention, those door handles feel very nice when you pull them. They feel nice and solid. And by the way, this Outlander has power folding mirrors. Here is a front door panel, and the front door panel looks honestly amazing in this Outlander. I did not expect it to look like this, so I'm very, very impressed. Anyways, this top portion right here is very, very soft. I haven't seen any door panel this soft, so Mitsubishi, good job. There is some orange stitching, actually a good amount of orange stitching, and I think this cross stitching is part of the SEL touring package, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways guys, the armrest is very, very soft, and it is finished in this orange color, or that peanut butter creamy color. But anyways, the design looks very, very nice. And the bottom there is some plastic, which is expected. Good amount of storage place, and this one has 10 speaker Bose sound system. I really wish it said Bose on it. All the windows are automatic up and down, and by the way, this Outlander has double pane windows, or acoustic windows, so basically 2 windows glued together, and that makes the cabin very quiet. All the window switches feel very, very nice and solid. Does have auto folding mirrors, and all the buttons and everything just looks amazing. And by the way, those buttons are borrowed from something like a Rogue. And door handle feels very, very solid, finished in brushed aluminum, some gloss black and brushed aluminum. Here are the memory seats, and seriously very impressed with this door panel by itself. And for the seats are very, very comfortable. I love the design of those seats, and as you guys see, there is a ton of orange stitching. Seriously, Mitsubishi did a great job. And here are the seat controls, lumbar support. But let's go ahead and move inside, and I'll show you the inside of this Mitsubishi Outlander. Alright, so here is the interior of this 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. This thing seriously looks amazing, and I really, really like the interior of this SUV. Anyways, I love that orange peanut butter look, and yeah, I think they did a great job with the interior. Definitely looks like a Nissan, and this is expected since Nissan owns Mitsubishi now. Steering wheel looks very, very good. It does have a really nice thickness to it, and it is wrapped in leather, and the leather feels nice and smooth. There is some brushed aluminum, and those buttons are straight from Nissan. Even the buttons right here, they do have the My Assist safety controls, and there's a cruise control. Here is the main button to turn on the whole system, phone controls and voice command, and here is the adaptive cruise control. And right here on the left is the volume controls. This button, those two buttons right here, you could go right and left with them, and in certain menus you could actually go up and down. And here are the seat buttons. This button right here will bring up this menu. You could control a few things like driving assistance and stuff like that. And this beautiful LCD screen is a 12.3 inch screen, very, very high resolution, and I really, really like it. And here are the volume controls, and by the way, there's some paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. They feel nice and solid. And on the right is the wiper controls for the front and back, and on the left is the headlight controls, fog light controls, and turn signal controls. And the air vents look very, very good, and I really like this orange color. There is orange stitching, and this is actually very soft. They didn't have to do this part soft, but they did. So yeah, this is extremely soft. And in the bottom there is the brightness control, tailgate release, and the I think this is the emergency braking, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what happens if I keep holding it. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's this button for. Maybe it has to do something with the sensor. And here is a screen. It's a 9-inch screen. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And seriously, this screen looks very, very nice. It is straight from Nissan, and it does have a volume knob and a tune knob, and some shortcuts in the bottom. Let's see if I could actually bring up the brightness here. Yeah, it is nice and bright. There is a little bit of glare, but that's fine. And yeah, as I said, there's some shortcuts in the bottom. And here is the backup camera. Backup camera resolution is not too bad. I think it could be a little bit better, but I really like the 360 camera. Everything is stitched together very good, and air vents look good. I really like the brushed aluminum and the gloss black, and this is extremely soft, so I really, really like that. And here is the engine start stop, and climate controls, very easy to use. Again, this is from Nissan. Heated seats, 3 stages. There's no cooled seats. I really wish there was some cooled seats for $39,000. This Outlander actually has tri-climate control. Here is the automatic function, sync, and there is an LCD screen right here that displays everything, and it does have heated steering wheel. This is part of the SEL touring package. And in the bottom there is a wireless phone charger, one USB-C, one USB, and a 12 volt. And seriously, this middle console just looks amazing. And by the way, this is nice and soft. There is more of that orange stitching, drive modes, and this wheel feels nice and solid. And yeah, they did a great job with everything. This is This is a really nice trim. I really like this. Here is the shifter that will control the CVT transmission. To put it in reverse, click the button, move it to the front, put it in drive, move it to the back, and move it to the back one more time for manual mode. And here is the park button. And the shifter itself actually looks good. It's not soft, but still really good looking shifter. Here is the brake hold and the e-brake. Again, there is some gloss black right here on this metal console. 2 cup holders, nice and big, and I really like this brushed aluminum trim. And here is the armrest, very, very soft and finished in that orange color. And inside there is an okay space. I honestly thought there is way more space in this storage place. Here is the rear view mirror. It's a little bit on the bulky side, and the bezels are a little bit on the bigger side, but it's a good size mirror, so seeing it out of the back is very, very easy. Up here there is the glasses holder, and I think those lights are LED if I'm not mistaken. They do have some yellowish to them, but they do turn on very quick, so I think they are LED. You can turn on the lights individually from those buttons. This button right here will keep the lights off when the doors are open. And by the way, there is a shade button or switch, and there is the panoramic sunroof switch, and this is part of this $2,700 SEL touring package. SOS button, and for the visor, very thin. This right here is actually soft, but this is hard. And here is a light, and there is a good sized mirror, and the light is halogen, by the way. Here is the back door panel. The back door panel has the same design as the front, and this whole thing right here is nice and soft, just like the front. I love the quilting, and yeah, the orange stitching and everything just looks very, very good. There is this brushed aluminum trim. Door handle is finished in brushed aluminum, gloss black, and everything just looks the same as the front door. They definitely did not cheap out back here. There is this privacy screen, and I really like this trim. Window switch feels nice and solid, just like the front. This is plastic, and a very good amount of storage place in the bottom of this door. Here is a speaker, and as I mentioned, this Mitsubishi Outlander has the 10 speaker Bose sound system. Seats are very, very comfortable back here, and they look very good. And they brought that quilting orange stitching here in the back, and there's a good amount of leg room. Headroom is very, very good, and so the armrest is nice and soft, but there's a good amount of plastic around the cup holders. The cup holders are a little bit on the smaller side, and inside, as I said, there is some climate controls here in the back, since there is tri-climate control in this Outlander. And by the way, here are the air vents, and there is actually heated seats back here, but there is no USBs. I really wish there was some USBs back here. And I completely forgot, but this Outlander actually has a 10.8 inch heads-up display, and that's how the front of this Mitsubishi Outlander looks like. So I want to go ahead and show you the third row, because there is barely any space. There's actually no space back here. So yeah, I'm not sure why they made this SUV 3 rows. I think it should have been 2 rows, because as you guys see, there is literally no space. But yeah, that's the third row in this Outlander. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander. I would like to thank Ernie and Mitsubishi here in Fairfield, Connecticut, for providing me this Mitsubishi Outlander. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.